I like when people do events. Subathons are cool. I don't think people should be doing them for more than a month. Don't care how many subs you get, how fun the timer is. I think it's too much, like for that person to be doing, for them, for their own, you know, well-being. Now, if you're doing a streamathon where it's like a subathon, but they tend to like actually go to bed and not leave the stream on overnight, things like that, so they have a little more personal time. Not as bad. That's just like a stream every day challenge, you know. But yeah, I don't know. I just think like the longer they go, I'm like, it just like really. It's rough on people. It's really rough. Donnie's Moonshine-a-thon. Yeah, but he's not live 24/7. He's doing a lot. He's hanging out. He's just playing GTA, but he's also not talking for a lot of it. Like the way he streams, he's a little quieter. You know, it's not so bad. It's not as active. So I think it's actually not the worst. We saw someone at day 58 and think it was a bit excessive. Yeah. Yeah, there are health implications. I think there's some people who can withstand this a lot more than others. So there will be some people that could do a 3-month thing and be totally fine. But there are also people that would do it for 2 weeks and they're already beaten down, you know? And I think too many people that don't quite know their limits yet try it. And then they end up, you know, in a bad spot. And they're like, well, I already promised this time. And I'm like, you dug yourself a hole, man, because you're worn down now. I think it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah, Lumi's on day 52. Ugh, yeah. Hey, as long as she's doing all right, I don't know. When subs roll over, it gets weird. Yeah, then they start like, I think you could turn it off, but sometimes people leave it on and it starts to, like the resubs start to work in extending the timer. And I'm like, ooh. Yeah, then it gets odd. Wasn't Harka's like weeks? Yeah, but Harka got the cocktail of COVID and bronchitis. So, you know, unless you mean the timer. But yeah, but hers, she fucked up the the timer. Yeah, she put it on 5 minutes per sub. I messaged her like 20 times. And if I was like, I'm so sorry if I'm being annoying, but 5 minutes per sub is too fucking much. And she was like, I don't think that many people will, like, I don't think I'll get that many subs. And I was like, all right. Like, I had nothing to say. I was like, yes, you will. I had no explanation, just say, you will though. And then as she started seeing it, she just sat there in disbelief, like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And I was like, turn it down now. I'm like frantically messaging her, like, turn it down. And she's just sitting there in stream going, oh my God. I was like in her chat being like, check DMs. It was funny. It was funny. You should have seen me. I looked crazed. Yeah, just looking at the timer and shock, literally. Yeah. It was funny. But then she got like the double whammy of COVID bronchitis. So that shit took her out. Whoever came up with that can't math. It was a mix of her and one other person. She checked with someone else and was like, hey, is this like a good amount? And they were like, yeah, that sounds good. And then she just went, okay. It's not like she didn't check with anyone. It's just that other person also was a little incorrect on it. That's what happened to Nags as well. Yeah, Nags got fucked with his timer too. Insane. I think everyone should do the same system. Do it like brackets. First 1,000 subs, 5 minutes each. Next 1,000 subs, 2 minutes each. Next 1,000, you know what I mean? Like just keep bracketing that down. So every X number of subs, it's now less time per, and you'll be okay. You'll be all right. Yeah, that's basically a soft cap at that point. I think everyone should do that. And I think the tools can do that. I'm pretty sure you can set up with the subathon timer that everyone uses. I'm pretty certain literally everyone can set it up that way. I think they just don't know how to do it. So I will help friends if they need. You liked Zen's reverse subathon? That's so funny that you say that. Do you know where she got that idea from? I'm gonna stand up on my podium right now, just for a moment. Where'd she get that idea from, guys? Who said they wanted to do that and then told her they want to do that? And then the next week she said, I've got a crazy idea, guys, and did it. I was like, fuck me, I guess. No, in her defense, she genuinely forgot. She actually thought that this idea came to her in like a dream or something. I don't know. But it was funny as fuck. And I was like, you know, I've been talking about doing this for like months. It's okay though, because now I can tell that story every time and we can all laugh about it. Charge her your consulting fee. I should have been like, you have to give me royalties, 1 cent per sub. Thank you. But yeah, no, I had been talking about it for months and I was like, you know, I think subathons, like some people are built for them, some people aren't. So there's got to be a better way for people to do similar events, but not increase the timer. And the idea of a timer or like a number you affect is very fun, very engaging. So there should be something like that, but how do we do it differently so it's not just adding time to a timer for people that do not handle this sort of thing well? And yeah, then I was like, what if it instead reduces the timer? But my idea was you set up a few criteria. So you'd be like, the amount of time it takes to get the first 1,000, then the amount of time it takes to get the second 1,000. However fast you get each 1,000, that changes which rewards, which subathon goals you hit, right? Things like that. And you can set up the timers to do this. You can set up little scripts to automatically trigger and like notify you of like which thing you did. It's not too hard. So I might set something up like that at some point. Didn't we like discuss an HP bar or something? Yep. I was talking about maybe making a tool where the subathon timer, instead of it being a timer that you add to, it's an HP bar. There's an amount of regen, and you have to keep the health knocked down. And if you could keep it knocked down below half for a certain amount of time, like the moment it goes below half, a timer starts. And if you can keep it below half for a certain amount of time, each amount of time that you keep it below half, it then adds goals, right? So if like you can keep it below half for an hour, you get this goal. Keep it up below half for 8 hours, they hit this goal, right? Stuff like that. And then as time goes on, the regen of the entire HP bar goes up. So the longer into the stream it is, the harder it is to keep it, you know, within certain ranges. And I was even thinking not even making it set lower on the HP bar is always better, but like you want to keep it within certain sweet spots to hit certain things. Yeah. So I was like starting to design a little tool for it. I thought it'd be cool. And then the moment the person is back up at full health, that's when you end the stream. That was the thought process there. It can be done, but also you don't need to make a tool for it. You can also kind of just like manually do this. So I was like, do I really need to build something for this and spend all that time, or I could just hit some buttons to start some timers? Right? Literally just keep track of it. Yeah. If we empty, the health bar, stream ends. Yeah. Right, so if you want it to continue, you can't empty it all the way. You can't sub too much, otherwise it just ends automatically. And you don't get any of those goals. That's what I was thinking, honestly. And it'd be easy for you to do an event like that and to stop the stream and then start it again another day and be like half hour into the stream, we start the health bar again, right? So you could keep a thing going like every day for some time as an event without having to be live 24/7, right? I thought it'd be fun.